Those few left by Joe Stalin airbrushed out George Malenkov, then ushered Khrushchev to power, who engaged with the West, making sure he impressed them as hard. With Christian mission astride nuclear fission, the mantra that moved Eisenhower, most Americans took the new president's new look as their guard. Whose cost most substantial was nuclear potential, enabling swifter retribution, so was ready to deal that both sides should feel more secure. Yet the Kremlin could reasonably coexist peacefully, waiting for world revolution, when Das Kapital would fail and Karl's Marxist prevail and endure. So ideological war was waged, with little prospect of compromise. Every contrary headline page dismissed promptly as wanton lies, and any citizens who criticized or suggested an opposing line could be publicly victimized, or else their fate was clandestine. From atomic through lithium, relentless the rhythm of White House then Kremlin procuring, which left both thermonuclear and thereof acutely aware that a nuclear exchange would be frankly deranged, as in mutual destruction assuring, and for all of life's sake they'd a duty to take extra care. Though the states went ballistic, which Sputnik resisted in the race to deliver the faster planes, missiles and pads, were to swift obsolescence condemned. So to counter Polaris, Gagarin in his TARDIS made space for the Soviets to master, so they'd some way to go were the nuclear flow to be stemmed. So pathological fear was spread, and protests cried out loud for a generation forced to live in the shadow of a mushroom cloud. And apparent as the 50s wore on, the alternating freeze and thaw revealed a nuclear oxymoron. The more thermo, the colder the war. While truce in Korea had eased mutual fear, red tanks rolled the Berlin strikes over, and though Finland and Austria defied them to cross to the west, Moscow's influence confirmed when the Warsaw Pact formed would diminish if NATO its phobia, and Khrushchev inscrutably brutally crushed Budapest. NATO's 3 western sectors still welcomed defectors till East-West was no longer a crossroad, with a thick old brick wall to be built, escape all to confound. Castro's communist Cuba and the U-2 intruder shot down were paraded by Moscow. Then Khrushchev and Castro won the Bay of Pigs fiasco hands down. So cartographical lines were drawn, an iron curtain and a concrete wall. One the metaphor Churchill spawned, the other literal near 12 foot tall. 2 great power blocks polarized, of nuclear weapons the clientele, at war colder than the polar ice, which could burn like the fires on